seconds and counting.
Hey, what's good, guys? It's Clutch City Entertainment here, back with another video. And for today's video, I'm going to be going over the top 3 quarterbacks over this past Saturday slate of college games that kind of impressed me the most, or that kind of left an impression on me that maybe the Houston Texans should maybe look out on him, or maybe keep some tabs on him, put some special scouts on him, because as we all know, we're going to be in the market, either free agency or the NFL draft, for a new franchise quarterback, QB1, if Davis Mills doesn't work out. But yeah, with the inevitable trade of Deshaun Watson looming, we're going to be probably getting at least 2 to 3, maybe even 4 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. And I believe some of those are probably going to be high. If those picks aren't high, we're probably going to have our own pick that's going to be high either in 2022 or 2023. So I'm just going over the top 3 quarterbacks over this past Saturday that impressed me, and as I said, that the Houston Texans should keep tabs on. And I'm gonna go in order of the quarterbacks who impressed me, but didn't impress me as much as the others. So like the first one, is gonna be the guy who impressed me, but didn't impress me as much as the second one. And the second one is gonna be someone who impressed me, but it's not someone who impressed me as much as the third one. I'm not sure if that's too difficult to understand for y'all, but let's get into the video. So quarterback number 1 is going to be the 20-year-old Spencer Rattler. He's 6'1", 205 pounds, plays for the Oklahoma Sooners. Yesterday the Oklahoma Sooners played against Tulane, and they ended up winning 40-35, but it wasn't really a clean win by any means. The defense by Oklahoma wasn't the best, but let's just talk about the quarterback. So Spencer Rattler, on the stat sheet, he was pretty good. 30 of 39, 304 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. But those 2 interceptions, he probably could have had 3 or even 4 interceptions. And those interceptions that he had, those are interceptions, in my opinion, that kind of like separate a very good college quarterback to a very, very good NFL quarterback. Like, if you know what I mean, like, if they translate, like, making those throws in college, I mean, okay, you could probably get away with it. You can come back, score way more points than them, or your defense can hold them off. But you make those kind of interceptions in the NFL, those can be like game-changing interceptions. Those could be very, very crucial interceptions, and those are interceptions that you don't want to make. Those are throws that you don't want to make. As I said, he could have had 3 or 4. He only ended up having 2, but those 2, they were just terrible mistakes. I mean, they could easily be avoided. They could easily be fixed up. Nothing major wrong with those throws, but they just weren't the best of throws. I believe one of them, he just straight up threw it behind the receiver. Wasn't on target, nothing like that. And the second one, I believe it was also behind the receiver. I think it was the tight end. The tight end got a hand on it, but he really wasn't able to, I guess, break it, or not able to put his hands around it. Sure, it was behind it, but I mean, I feel like he could have potentially caught it. But yeah, he got a hand on it, kind of a tip, and then it went into the I think it was the safety's hands. So there's interception number 2, and what should have been interception number 3, I believe it was like a deep fade route. Rattler just threw it up, just really didn't pay attention, really at all. He just threw it all the way up, and then just didn't get there. It went straight through the cornerback's hands. But yeah, the 4th interception, the 4th should have been interception. I'm not really going to talk about it because I'm not really too sure when it was. I just saw over Twitter that he should have had 4 interceptions. But yeah, going back to his stat sheet, 30, 39, 340 yards, 1 touchdown. That's pretty good. I believe he's coming to his 2nd year of college football, starting for Oklahoma. But I mean, when you're playing against Tulane, I would expect you to be a little bit more perfect in a sense, especially if you're considered the best college quarterback, or like the Heisman favorite, or the expected to be number 1 pick in the NFL draft, or the number 1 quarterback at least. So yeah, Spencer Rattler, I mean, pretty impressive, I guess, but nothing that blew me out of the water. It's something that you kind of expect from a guy that's kind of expected to be that number 1 quarterback. But yeah, the next guy I'm going to talk about is quarterback Malik Willis. I believe Malik Willis is 22 years of age. He's 6'1", 215 pounds. He plays for Liberty College. I mean, Liberty College, they don't really play too many good teams, or they don't have too much good competition. But Malik Willis, he still plays to the point where it's like, wow, he doesn't even really need to play good competition, because it's his arm strength that separates him away. It's his ability to make explosive plays and just look electrifying against maybe not as good teams as Spencer Rattler or these other good quarterbacks you're gonna play. But as I said, it's just his explosiveness that puts him away. Like, these are plays that he could probably make against some top of the top teams. And his first throw of the game, I believe, it was a touchdown. It was like a 40-something yard touchdown. And it was a beautiful throw. The way he throws the ball, it goes with a beautiful spiral. He can put an amazing touch on the ball, and it's gonna get there. It's not gonna be short. It's not gonna be an overthrow. It's gonna be perfect. And making throws like that, I know, as I said, the competition is not the best, but his arm talent is just able to. He has insane arm talent that he can throw it all the way. I mean, the second touchdown, oh no, he didn't have two touchdowns. He only had one passing touchdown. But he had another crazy throw yesterday. It was to the left, and he would just put it perfectly into the receiver's hands. I believe it was like another 40-yard play, I think. So he just threw it all the way up, but it landed, like, the way he put it, perfect ball placement. Like, he couldn't be any better. Like, this is a throw. It doesn't really matter who it's against. It was just an amazing ball placement. As I said, I think it was like 40 yards. He put it where the cornerback or the safety wouldn't be able to get it. He just put it in the receiver's hands. It was like an angel. Literally just grabbed the ball, flew to the receiver, and just placed it in his hands. That's how perfect a throw. And he throws his balls in strides. Like, he throws his receivers open. He's not going to make many underthrows, many overthrows, or behind the receiver. He's very accurate with the football. To me, my comparison for him is kind of like a Lamar Jackson with the better arm. Obviously that's a major reach. He's nowhere near Lamar Jackson's skill set in college in terms of at least rushing the ball. Passing the ball, I would say, is better. But as like making electrifying running plays, obviously not as anywhere near him. But I mean, just the way that he plays. He has that play style where he's able to run. He's not a run-first quarterback necessarily, but he can run when needed. And he's able to, like, bulldoze over players. He kind of runs like a Trey Lance. Go watch Trey Lance North Dakota highlights. He's able to run over players. He's able to juke players. He's able to stiff arm. And that's what Malik Willis is able to do. But he's faster. He has insane speed for his size, in my opinion. Kind of not as fast as Lamar. Obviously, Lamar is probably one of the fastest, not the fastest player in the NFL, but very similar speed. Or not, you can't really say similar speed, but he has very good speed, and that's what puts him in front of Spencer Rattler for me. Personally, I'm not too high on Spencer Rattler. I know a lot of guys are, but I just don't really see it. Malik Willis, for me, he's better than Spencer Rattler. But this next quarterback I'm gonna talk about is Bryce Young. Bryce Young, I believe he's 20 years of age. He's starting in his first season for Alabama. Yes, it was his first game, and they put up a stat board on, I believe it was during the Clemson game or something like that last night. I have it right here. He was the first career starts for the past 4 Alabama quarterbacks. He had the best start over the past 4 quarterbacks. Let's see. Jalen Hurts, his first start for Alabama, 23 of 36, 287 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tua Tagovailoa, 12 of 16, 227 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. And then Mac Jones, 18 of 22, 235 passing yards with 3 touchdowns. And here comes Bryce Young, the best of them all. 27 of 38, 344 yards for 4 touchdowns. I'm not really too sure. I don't really remember who the prior quarterbacks played in the first game, but for Bryce Young to play Miami in his first game, Miami yesterday, they didn't look good at all, but it's still Miami. Miami's not a terrible team. They're still a pretty decent team. The scoreboard may say otherwise from yesterday, but I mean, overall it was just Alabama dominating as always. But okay, sure. For Bryce Young, you can say his receivers are insanely talented. They're going to do all the work for Bryce Young. But Bryce Young made some very pro-like throws, runs, and his pocket awareness. It's insane for me. It's much better so far than Spencer Rattler's. Much better so far than Malik Willis's. So much better than all these other quarterbacks. Sam Howell, DJ Ukulele from Clemson, or I'm sorry for mispronouncing his last name, but DJ from Clemson. But his pocket presence is insane, and that's what can make a good quarterback into a great quarterback. We see that with Russell Wilson, with Aaron Rodgers, and then even with the soon to formerly Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. One thing they all have in common: insane pocket presence. They're able to dodge players rushing at them. They're able to dodge blitzers. They're able to run all around the pocket and still keep their eyes downfield to make a throw. And we saw Bryce Young do a lot of that yesterday. And that's something that really, really entices me. Alabama won 44-13, but Bryce Young, that scoreboard, that's not enough to say how good Bryce Young was yesterday. Think of it, just this first season in Alabama. Okay, sure, they have insanely good, an insanely good roster in general, from tight end, O-line, running backs, to the wide receivers. The wide receivers are probably the best part, but still, as I said, his pocket presence, his ability to lead the ball onto the receiver, is just really, really good for a first year starter player. And he is a player that impressed me the most yesterday. I believe he's the youngest of them all, and if he's not, he's the second youngest behind Spencer Rattler. But yeah, he's 20, and it's his first year starting. That's pretty good for his first game ever. 344 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, again, it was against Miami. Not the best team, but they're still not a team that just to look over. But yeah, over these 3 quarterbacks, as I said, it's been Bryce Young as of just yesterday, or I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but this past Saturday, and it was Bryce Young. But yeah, it was a very, very fun week of college football. We saw quarterbacks like Sam Howell play. We've seen other few good quarterbacks. I believe the UCLA quarterback was pretty good, and a couple other quarterbacks. But yeah, these 3 guys, they were the 3 top guys that impressed me the most, or to at least keep an eye on, or at least guys that the people know their name more. Like, you say Sam Howell, a lot of people probably know his name, but not as much as they know Spencer Rattler, because he's been getting a lot of national media love. But yeah, these are the top 3 guys. Let me know of names of guys that y'all really liked from yesterday, from this past Saturday. Guys that y'all want me to, but guys that y'all want to look at, or guys that y'all want us to look at. I believe we're gonna start trying to do tape breakdowns. We have a guy that's kind of a film addict, I guess. He's gonna try to start breaking down film for us. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know, guys, that y'all liked. How y'all think about Spencer Rattler, Bryce Young, Malik Willis, and who do y'all want to be the Texans starting quarterback, say 2023 or 2024 actually, because I believe Bryce Young is in the 2023 NFL draft, and Spencer Rattler and Malik Willis are in the 2022. So Bryce Young is going to be a year ahead of him. So I mean, I wouldn't mind waiting another year. Probably take like Kayvon or Derek Stingley in this year's draft or something like that, and then take a quarterback the following year. But yeah, let me know. As I said, let me know y'all's guys' thoughts. But yeah, it's been Clutch City Entertainment, and I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.